जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद His Divine Grace श्रील अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन बीबीटी फाउंडर आचार्य जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद His Divine Grace श्रील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। श्री रूप श्री सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ श्री षड गोस्वामी प्रभुगण की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की जय। ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप श्री मायापुर धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। न्यू पानीहाटी धाम की जय। गंगा देवी की जय। जमुना देवी की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। कृष्ण भक्ति प्रदायिनी श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की जय। कलयुग पावन श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की
जय।
श्रील प्रभुपाद ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की
जय।
निताय गौर प्रेमानंद।
हरि हरि बोल।
All glories to the assembled
हरे
devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol. अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिधि नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशकारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिसे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकाकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
On behalf of our beloved Revered Founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, Srila Abhay Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada, and our temple leadership, we welcome each and every one of you to our weekly Sunday Love Feast. Thank you very much for being here. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
The topic for today's discussion is the power of speech. According to a study published in the Science magazine in the year 2007 by University of Arizona, on an average, men and women little more, but men and women on an average speak 16,000 words every day. How many words?
16,000.
16,000 words. But here is the irony. Out of these 16,000 words that we speak every day, only 500 actually have some value. Everything else is, hey, what's up? Hey, how are you doing? We don't even expect a reply. Just as a pleasantry, just as a courtesy, we say, hey, how are you doing? So, out of 16,000 words, only 500 words actually are meaningful. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Therefore, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur tells us that of all the senses that we have, how many senses do we have?
10.
10. 5.
Tarko pratishtha shrutayo vibhinna nasha rishiryasya matam na bhinnam dharmasya tattvam nihitam guhaya mahajano yena gatha samantha. You are all right. All of you are correct. There are 5 knowledge acquiring senses. So those of you who said 5, you are right. 10, there are also 5 active senses. Jnanendriya, Karmendriya. So total is 10. The eyes to see, the nose, Ghanendriya to smell, the ears to hear, the tongue to taste, and the skin to feel the touch are the 5 knowledge acquiring senses. And the 5 active senses with which we do karma, karmendriyas, are the hands with which we build things, do things, break things, legs for locomotion to go from one place to the other, speech to speak, Vak Shakti. And then there are the organs to evacuate all the unwanted things from our body and organs for reproduction. These are the 5 karmendriyas with which we do active work. So one of the 5 karmendriyas is Vani, speech. And then the mind is also a sense. In fact, it is the king of all senses. Because all these senses feed into the mind, the jnanendriyas feed to the mind, and then the mind tells the karmendriyas to act. The mind receives input. The eyes will say, Namaras Mataji has made nice rasgulla. Eyes will say. And then the mind will command the hand, go with your right hand, grab it and put it in your mouth. So the jnanendriyas feed the mind and the mind commands the karmendriyas to act. So the mind is the king of all senses. Therefore Krishna says, Indriyanam Mana Chasmi. Of all the indriyas, I am the mind. So speech is one of the karmendriya. We speak with the tongue. And also the tongue is a jnanendriya for tasting food. So the tongue is both for speaking and for eating. So it's a jnanendriya, it's a karmendriya, both. The tongue used. And of all the senses, the active senses, the tongue is the most difficult to control. Of all the karmendriyas, the tongue is very difficult to control. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has taught us, Sharira avidya jala jadendriya kahe kala jive phele vishaya sagare tara madhe jivha ati lobha maya sudurmati take jeta kathina samsare Krishna bada dayamaya karivare jiva jaya swaprasada dila bhai Seyana अमृत खाओ, राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ, प्रेमे डाको चैतन्य निताय। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Our Prabhu, please read. Translation of what Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has said.
O Lord, this material body is a lump of ignorance, and the senses are a network of paths leading to death. Somehow or other we have fallen into the ocean of material sense enjoyments, and of all the senses the tongue is the most voracious and uncontrollable.
Most uncontrollable. It wants to eat and it wants to speak. How many words every day?
16,000.
How many are really required?
500.
Voracious. Okay, Aram, read loudly.
It is very difficult to conquer the tongue in this world, but you, dear Krishna, are very kind to us.
Krishna bada daya hai. Karibare jivha jay. Jay means to get victory. Krishna has come to defeat our tongue. When we say, we were doing Prem Dhvani, after every Prem Dhvani we were saying Jai. Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki
Jai.
Shri Tulsi Maharani ki Jai. Jai means may all these great personalities win over our anarthas. Lust, anger, greed. So Krishna has come to conquer our tongue. Krishna is always victorious. So he has come to conquer our tongue. How? In two ways. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur will explain. Aro, read please.
You have sent this nice prasada to help us conquer the tongue. Therefore, let us take this prasada to our full satisfaction and glorify your lordships.
Wait, Ghanshyam Prabhu, there is prasadam for everybody today. Just by eating this wonderful prasadam that our wonderful pujaris and cooks have prepared, and our dear Chitravirya Prabhu has lovingly offered to Gaur Nitai, Radha Madan Mohan, Jagannath Baldev, Subhadra, Sudarshan Ji, Srila Prabhupada, Tulsi Maharani. Just by eating this prasadam, we are honoring the prasadam. Prasadam is to be honored by eating it. So everybody will have prasad today. It will purify us. It is one of the ways, one of the two ways to conquer the tongue. Eating only Krishna prasad. Read Aram. And glorify.
Glorify your lordships, Shri Shri Radha and Krishna, and in love call for the help of Lord Chaitanya and Prabhu Nityananda.
Prema Dako. Shri Shri Radha Krishna. Gunagav kaise? With which organ? So the two ways to control the tongue is to tell the tongue you will only eat Krishna prasad. Can we all take a vow today that we will not eat anything that has not been offered to Krishna? Can we do that sitting in front of Radha Madan Mohan,
Haribol.
Gaur Nitai, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra, Sudarshan Ju and Srila Prabhupada?
Yes.
Whatever we eat, whatever comes in our plate, it should be vegetarian. No onion, garlic, no eggs, no fish. And we should offer it to Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada has told us a procedure how to offer food to Krishna, vegetarian food, without onion, garlic and eggs. We offer it and we only give our tongue what? Krishna?
Prasad.
Prasad means what?
Offer to Krishna.
Krishna will eat only Krishna prasad. Correct, Garima? Krishna eats only Krishna prasad. So we have to give our tongue only Krishna prasad. And then what is the second thing we have to do to conquer the tongue? With the tongue, discuss news.
Discuss
No?
Harikatha.
How about sports?
Discuss Harikatha.
Politics, come on. Elections. No? What is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur recommending?
Radha Krishna Gurgaon.
Radha Krishna Gunagav or Preme Dako Chaitanya Nitai. Chant the names of Gaur Hari, Nitai Gaur Hari and Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Krishna. If we chant Hare Krishna with the tongue and we eat Krishna Prasad with the tongue, our tongue will be controlled. If the tongue is controlled, then the rest of the body is controlled. Other organs are controlled. So now we'll start the class. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
वासुदेवाय. Our sampradaya, Shri Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, the main sampradaya acharya is Srila Rupa Goswami. Ours is the Rupanuga Sampradaya. Sri Rupa Goswami wrote many books. One of them is Shri Upadeshamrit. And this is verse 1. Please repeat. Vacho vegam manasa krodha vegam.
Vacho vegam, manasa krodha vegam.
Jivha vegam udarupastha vegam.
Jiva vegam, udarupastha vegam.
Etan vegan yo vishaheta dhiraha.
Etan vegan, yoshahe dhiraha.
Sarvam apimam prithivim sashishya.
Sarvam apimam prithivim sashishya.
Srila Prabhupada has given the translation and also the word to word. So vachaha means speech. What is the topic today?
Power of speech.
Srila Rupa Goswami begins his Upadeshamrit with Vacho Vegam, Vishaheta. We have to tolerate the urge to speak. Do we really need to speak those 16,000 words? Of course, for devotees, how many names we chant in just 16 rounds?
25,000.
25, more than 25,000. So we are
Breaking them.
we are very talkative. Devotees are very talkative. But those words that we chant, the names, 16 names in each Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the names of Radha and Krishna, they are purified to the whole world. They are purifying to us and to the whole world. So that is necessary. So sober person, Srila Prabhupada translates, who can tolerate 6 urges. Dear devotees, 6 urges we have to tolerate. The urge of the tongue to speak, the mind's demands, the actions of anger, then the urge of the tongue to taste tasty things, the urge of the belly to eat not just one pie of pizza, but the whole pizza. That is udar. There's a difference between udar and jivha. Jivha refers to the jnanendriya tongue, the tongue that wants different tasty things. Pizza, pasta, narak ka rasta. So, tongue that wants, today I will eat in Chick-fil-A, today I will eat in McDonald's, today I will eat in Wendy's, different restaurants. Jivhara lalasai, iti uti dhai, Chipotle. They will get Chipotle, they will not get Krishna. Jivhara lalasai, iti uti dhai, Shishno dwara parayana, Krishna nahi pai. Mahaprabhu's vachan. So here Jivha refers to Jnanendriya tongue and Vachaha refers to
Speech.
Karmendriya
To speak.
speech. Very good. So there is a distinction between Vachaha and Jivha and Udar. Udar refers to quantity. Prabhuji 5 rasgulle do. That is quantity, that's Udar. And Jivha, Prabhuji only rasgulla, rasmalai hai kya? That is Jivha. So quality of food is Jivha, quantity of food is stomach, both have to be controlled. Srila Rupa Goswami is saying. And of course here the main point we are discussing today is Vacha Vega, Vishayeta. We have to tolerate the urge to speak. Then the demands of the belly and the urges of the genitals. That also has to be controlled. One who can control these 6 urges. What are the 6 urges? The urge of the mind.
Demand.
I want to do this, I want to go here, I want to do that. Urge to speak. Controlling anger. Controlling demands of tongue. Controlling demands of the belly. And number 6 is genitals. One who can control Prithivimsa Shishya. Such a person can make disciples all over the world. So what is the qualification of a guru? Jitendriya. All the Indriyas are engaged in service of Krishna. Now this is Srila Prabhupada's purport. So Arav, read line by line please. Srila Prabhupada's purport, I have copy pasted only the purport focusing on Vacha Vegam. Okay? Because that is a topic of discussion. How to control our speech. Read better.
First, one must control his speaking power.
Prabhupada says, speaking is a power. There is a power in our speech. Our words carry power. Therefore, anything that has power has to be controlled. If the car has 200 horsepower, shouldn't the car be controlled? Can we let it go the way it wants? No. It has to be controlled. Anything where there is power, there is responsibility. So if there is power in speech, which there is, how did Hitler motivate the Germans to fight in the Second World War? He was a very powerful orator. How did Osama bin Laden motivate all the terrorists that he was controlling from his hideout? What would he release?
Videos.
And the videos contained his speech. That is the negative power of speech, where speech can be used in a destructive way. When the Taj Mahal hotel attacks happened in Mumbai in 2008, what were the terrorists constantly doing? Cell phone. They were on cell phone with their terrorist teachers, preceptors in Pakistan, constantly in touch. Now kill this, now blow this up, now shoot them. This is the power of speech. How much speech can affect us? Wars can be waged simply because of the destructive power, the manipulative power, the influence of speech. On the other hand, our scriptures are filled with examples of positive influence of the power of speech. Isn't it? When Arjuna was bewildered, Karpanya dosho bhata sutava. What was the saving grace of Arjuna? Krishna's Gita, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna's song. And even today, Bhagavad Gita gives all of us the inspiration, the guidance, completely unedited, completely unmodified. What Krishna spoke 5,000 years ago, that same Bhagavad Gita is applicable today also, without any change. The biggest Bhagavad Gita, Param Pujya Srila Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. We have it in Delhi. Anybody can come and see. The perfect speech and the power of speech that 5,000 years later, the world is still getting inspired by the words of Bhagavad Gita. So Prabhupada says, for our speech to have power, first we have to control it. We should not speak harmful things. We should not speak unhealthy things. Anudvega karam vakyam, satyam priya hitam chayat, swadhyaya abhyasanam chayva vangmayam tapauchyate. Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says in the 17th chapter, how the tongue should be, how the speech should be, what is the austerity of speech. Anudvega karam vakyam, our speech should not agitate, disturb others. Satyam, we should speak the truth. But we should speak it priyam, in a very pleasing way. Hitam, for the benefit of others. See, so many filters are there. When there is an urge to speak, we have to pass the urge of speaking through these filters. Will it agitate others? If yes, then don't speak. Anudvega karam vakyam. Udvega karam vakyam means agitate others. Anudvega means don't agitate others. Don't disturb their mind with your speech. Anudvega karam vakyam. Satyam, what you are going to speak, are you sure it is the truth or are you spreading rumors? There is a second filter. Are you sure it is the truth? Have you verified it? Yes. Okay, then speak. Go to the next filter. Anudvega karam vakyam satyam. Priya. Can you say it in a palatable way? Can you speak it in a pleasing way? Yes. Okay, then go to the next filter. Anudvega karam vakyam satyam. Priya means pleasingly you speak. Hitam. What you are going to speak, is it for the benefit? Is it for the benefit of Arav? Arav, I am telling you the truth. The latest action movie is coming out. AMC theaters. I am telling you the truth. I am not lying. And I am telling it in a very pleasing way. And I am not going to agitate you. Should I speak it?
No.
Well, I already spoke it. Hitam, it should be for the benefit of the person to whom we are saying it. It should benefit him, it should uplift him. Then speak. Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priya hitam chayam. Well, then I don't have anything to say. It's too much, too many filters. Then what do? I still have the urge to speak. Swadhyaya abhyasanam chayva. Then there is Bhagavad Gita 700 verses. Come on, start reciting them. Memorize them. Hare Krishna Mahamantra is mentioned in the scriptures. Repeat the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vangmayam tapa uchyate. This is the austerity of speech. We should not speak unnecessary things. We should speak the truth in a pleasing way for the benefit of others in a way that does not agitate them. If not, just chant the Vedic verses. Swadhyaya abhyasanam chaiva. Hare Krishna. I'll read the second line better.
Every one of us has the power of speech. As soon as we get an opportunity, we begin to speak.
We just need a chance to speak. We have to observe ourselves. When we are in a conversation with people, at the smallest opportunity we jump in. We want to speak. So much to say. Prabhupada says control. Is it necessary? Is it for the benefit of others? Are you sure it is true? Are you going to say it in a pleasing way? Is it going to agitate, disturb them? Is it based on Shastra? Then speak. Read.
If we do not speak about Krishna consciousness, we speak about all sorts of nonsense.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada defines nonsense. What is the definition of nonsense?
Anything other than Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada says if we do not speak about Krishna consciousness, we spoke about all sorts of nonsense. So Shweta Swarup Prabhu calling somebody, requesting for some help, contribution for a festival, that is not nonsense because that is in service of Krishna. That conversation is going to lead to Krishna's service. So that is service. But when we are talking something not connected to Krishna consciousness, that is nonsense. Okay, read. The talking.
The talking of materialistic men and impersonalist Mayavadi philosophers may be compared to the croaking of frogs.
When we talk impersonal philosophy or we talk materialistic gossip, it is compared to the croaking of frogs. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada explains what is the peculiarity of the croaking of frogs. How many of you have heard frogs croaking? What is the specialty? Why is the frog croaking? Yes. To call friends, to attract friends. The frog is croaking. And what is the effect? What is the side effect?
Snake comes.
Snake comes. The snake is so sensitive, it can sense vibrations based on the movement and based on even sound vibrations it can perceive. Snake is very sensitive. And you know how the snake perceives motion, movement, vibrations? Through tongue. The tongue is so sensitive of the snake. And it comes, and I did some research on this. What is the probability of a snake capturing a mouse or a frog when it actually targets it? That here is a frog, I have targeted it, I am going for it. What is the likelihood? For example, a tiger has to chase a deer 20 times in order to make one kill. The probability of a snake, according to Steve Irwin, the Australian expert, it's almost 100%.
Krishna.
Almost 100%. When a snake pinpoints a frog or a rat, it's Ram Naam Satya hai. For the frog or the mouse. 100%. So Prabhupada says, this talking nonsense or impersonal philosophies like the croaking of the frogs, we are doing it to attract our friends, but what are we attracting?
Snake.
Death. Kal Sarpa. Snake of death. Please read. Controlling.
Controlling speech, however, does not mean self-imposed silence, the external process of mauna.
So one who takes maun is called muni. They take a vow not to speak because there is so much nonsense going on in this world. What is the need to speak? I will just do my bhajan. I will not speak. That is a muni. And our acharyas explain, one who takes a vow that I will only speak Krishna Katha is called Mahamuni. Srimad Bhagavatam Mahamuni Krite. Kimva Parayishwara. What need is there for any other scripture? Mahamuni Bhagwan Shri Krishna Dvayapayana Vyasdev has composed it. He only speaks Krishna Katha. There is Mahamuni. Repeat it. The meaning?
The meaning of controlled speech conveyed by Srila Rupa Goswami advocates the positive process of Krishna Katha. Engaging.
So controlling speech means not to take maun, but to speak only about Krishna. Krishna Katha. Go ahead.
Engaging the speaking process in glorifying the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna.
What is Krishna Katha? Prabhupada defines Krishna Katha. What is Krishna Katha? Engaging the speaking process in glorifying the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. So if you are criticizing Krishna, that is not Krishna Katha. If you are creating doubts in the minds of people, that is not Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha means the process of glorifying the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. Yes, last sentence.
The preacher of Krishna Katha is always beyond the clutches of death.
Srila Prabhupada says, one who preaches Krishna Katha is always beyond the clutches of death. Why? Anta kale cha mameva smaran muktva kalyavaram. If at the end of the life we remember Krishna and we are speaking Krishna Katha, then we are going to Krishna. Janma karma chamya divyam evam yogeti tatvatah tyaktva deham punar janma naiti mameti swarshana. Therefore beyond the clutches of death. So this is Srimad Bhagavatam, where Srila Vyasadeva is instructed by his guru, Shripad Narad Muni. Please repeat. Nayad vachaschetra padam harer yasho.
Nayad vachaschetra padam harer yasho.
Jagat pavitram pragrinita karhiche.
Jagat pavitram pragrinita karhiche.
Tadvaya samtirthamushanti manasa.
Tadvaya samtirthamushanti manasa.
Nayatra hamsa niramant ushikshaya.
Nayatra hamsa niramant ushikshaya.
Shripad Narad Muni is telling his disciple, Srila Vyasadeva, read loudly, beta.
Those words which do not describe the glories of the Lord, who alone can sanctify the atmosphere of the whole universe.
What alone can sanctify the atmosphere of the whole universe?
Glories of the Lord.
Glories of Lord Krishna. So those who don't describe the glories of Lord Krishna are considered
by saintly persons to be like unto a place of pilgrimage for cows.
crows. So those who don't describe Krishna Katha, we go to a newsroom where American football is being passionately discussed. This player has gone to this team and this team is doing like that. They discuss as if it is the most important thing in the whole world. So passionate. I know this from experience because in our physician lounge, on the big TV screen, that's what all the physicians are watching. Sports and political news. So when I'm sitting there chanting, I get to hear second-hand smoke. I get this second-hand exposure. They are talking with such gusto. Yeah, this basketball team, this football player, this, that. I just look at them, so much emotion. I feel like Chintamani. Oh, Thakur, if you had this much emotion, this much energy for Krishna, for glorifying Krishna, you would become Bilvamangal Thakurs. So those who don't discuss, they are discussing all these mundane topics, they are like assembly of crows. Arav, have you seen assembly of crows in your school? On the bus? Yes, but you are not part of them. Okay, read. Since
the all-perfect persons are inhabitants of the transcendental abode, they do not derive any pleasure.
Those who are devotees, they don't derive any pleasure in this type of mundane topics. They have no interest. In the next verse, Shripad Narad Muni says, famous verse, Tadvag visargo janatagha viplava.
Tadvag visargo janatagha viplava.
Yasmin prati shlokam bhaktavad api.
Yasmin prati shlokam bhaktavad api.
Namananantasya yashon kitaniya.
Namananantasya
शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवः.
शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवः.
Srila Prabhupada put this verse at the front of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Narad Muni is saying, read beta.
On the other hand, that literature which is full of descriptions of the Lord, of the transcendental glories of the name, fame, forms, pastimes, etc., of the supreme, of unlimited supreme Lord is in the
So namani anantasya yasha ankitani. The glories, the name, etc., pastimes of Lord who is ananta, unlimited. Like Goswami said, Hari Ananta, Hari Katha Ananta. So literature. So in the previous verse, we talked about literatures that did not describe the glories of Krishna. That was verse number 10. In verse number 11, Srimad Narad Muni is saying, on the other hand, literatures like Srimad Bhagavatam, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Vishnu Puran, Padma Puran that describe the glories of Krishna. Read.
full of transcendental words directed toward bringing about a revolution in the impious lives of this world's misdirected civilization.
Janata Agha Viplav. It can bring a Viplav. It can bring a revolution. Like Srila Prabhupada's books created a revolution, created Hare Krishna explosion. That is the power of Srila Prabhupada's speech. So words that describe the glory of Krishna, Krishna's name, Krishna's pastimes can bring about a revolution in the impious lives of people. Janata Agha. Agha means sin. Viplav. It can create a positive revolution. Read.
Such transcendental literatures, even though imperfectly composed, are heard, sung, and accepted by purified men who are thoroughly honest.
Shrunvanti, Gayanti, Grinanti, Sadhu. The sadhus will accept the literatures that glorify Krishna. They will hear, they will sing it, and they will accept it in their hearts. That is the nature of a sadhu. Who is a sadhu? Who is a sadhu? Sadhu is one who Shrunvanti, Gayanti, Grinanti. What? Anantasya Yasha Ankitani. Literatures that are filled with the glories of Lord Ananta. One of the names of Krishna is Ananta because he is unlimited. Even though such literatures may have abhaddavatapi, they may have some grammatical mistakes, some printing mistakes, some typos, doesn't matter. If they are glorifying, if there is pure description of glorification of Krishna, Krishna's name, the sadhus will accept it anyway. On the other hand, if there are mundane literatures written by the most linguistically expert writers and authors, like so many novels out there, grammatically they may be perfect, but because they fail to describe the glories of the all-perfect Lord, those literatures are pilgrimage of crows. Where do crows go for pilgrimage? Garbage. Okay. In Shri Prema Vivarta, which is a very beautiful book written by Shri Jagadananda Pandit, in the 7th chapter, Srila Prabhupada quotes in the purport these words of Shri Jagadananda Pandit. Shri Jagadananda Pandit has given instruction. This is from Srila Prabhupada's purport. Vairagi bhai gramya katha nashuni bekane gramya varta na kahibe jabe milibe ane swapne na kar bhai stri sambhashan grihe stri chhadiya bhai asiya chavan jali chah pranay rakhite gaurange rasane chota hari laser katha thake je na mane Bhalana khaibe ar bhalana paribe hridaye te Radha Krishna sarvada sevibe. Srila Jagadananda Pandit is giving all of us instructions. How many of us want to hear the advice of Sri Jagadananda Pandit? Haribol! Who is Jagadananda Pandit in Krishna Lila? Srimati Satyabhama Devi. Sri Jagadananda Pandit is telling all of us, my dear brothers, you are in the renounced order of life and should not listen to talk about ordinary worldly things. Gramya kathana shunibe. Nor should you talk about worldly things when you meet others. Gramya varta na kohibe. Do not think of women even in dreams. You have accepted the renounced order of life with a vow that forbids you to associate with women. If you wish to associate with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you must always remember the incident of Chota Haridas and how he was rejected by the Lord. Do not eat luxurious dishes or dress in fine garments, but always remain humble and serve their lordships, Shri Shri Radha Krishna, in your heart of hearts always. Shri Jagadananda Pandit ki. Srila Rupa Goswami further in Upadeshamrit, the nectar of instruction, in verse number 7, gives us very beautiful advice about the power of speech. Syat Krishna Nama Charita Disita Avidya.
Syat Krishna Nama Charita Disita Avidya.
Pittopataptarasanasya narochikanu.
Pittopataptarasanasya narochikanu.
Kintadaradhanudinam khalu saiva jushta.
Kintadaradhanudinam khalu saiva jushta.
Swadvikramat bhavati tad gadamula hantri.
Swadvikramat bhavati tad gadamula hantri.
Srila Rupa Goswami is giving us instructions, Upadesh, but these are nectarian instructions. Upadesh, done. Oh, dear devotees, please, if you don't mind, kindly move up because there are more devotees coming from the back. So let's make space for them. Thank you. Srila Rupa Goswami is giving us instructions. Let's listen very carefully. Srila Rupa Goswami is saying, Syat Krishna Nama Charita Adi. Krishna's holy name, Krishna's character, pastimes, activities are all transcendentally sweet. They are very sweet. Like sugar candy. Although the tongue of one afflicted by the jaundice of avidya, we have a type of jaundice. It is not hepatitis A, it is not hepatitis B, it is not hepatitis C. It is avidya hepatitis.
Hepatitis A.
Avidya.
Avidya hepatitis. Ignorance, hepatitis I. Because there's already hepatitis A, which is rampant in India. We don't see it here. Here, if somebody gets hepatitis A, it's a case report. We have to call CDC. We found hepatitis A. In India, everybody gets hepatitis A. Hepatitis I, ignorance. Because of this jaundice, how many of you have had jaundice, hepatitis A? If you had jaundice, that's probably hepatitis A. Come on. Nobody had jaundice in India? You probably didn't realize. Because once you get hepatitis A, you get lifetime immunity. So you must have had it. Your parents will remember. So, one who has hepatitis jaundice cannot taste anything sweet. Kiran Prabhu, you eat sugar, it will taste bitter when there is jaundice on the tongue. Everything becomes yellow. Yellow, yellow, dirty fellow. Everything tastes bitter. So we are like that. Krishna's name is what? Sweet.
Sweet.
Come on. Wake up in the morning and chant. Oh, no. So boring chanting Hare Krishna. So boring. Why? Because we have hepatitis I. Avidya, ignorance. Everything is yellow, yellow, dirty fellow. Who is dirty fellow?
Ourselves.
And we are saying Krishna Naam is bitter. No, Krishna Naam is sweet. Our tongue is filled with jaundice. So we have no taste. So what do? Big problem. But Srila Rupa Goswami always gives solution also. Our acharyas always give solution. It is wonderful that simply by carefully chanting Adara with respect, carefully chanting the sweet names of Krishna every day, Anudinam, two things. Adara and Anudinam. Anudinam means daily, regularly. And Adara means attentively. Api pramadaha, the namaprata. Root cause of all other namapratas is inattentiveness. Srila Rupa Goswami says attentively. That's why we had the japa workshop. Because we want to chant attentively. Srila Rupa Goswami says Adharat and Anudinam. Regularly and with respect. What are the two things we have to do while chanting?
Anudinam.
Anudinam, Adharat. Regularly, every day. Not that today is holiday, so holiday from chanting also. No. Prabhupada said every day. Every day we should chant and we should chant disrespectfully.
Attentively.
Inattentively,
With respect.
carelessly. No.
No.
Adara,
Attentively.
with respect. This is the most important thing. His Grace Mahatma Prabhu has given us, what are they called? Japa affirmations.
Affirmation.
Japa affirmations. 10 Japa affirmations. To tell us, because it puts us in a consciousness of Adara, that I am going to chant the names respectfully. Those Japa affirmations are important. That I honor my relationship with the holy name. I happily chant my rounds. This is the most important thing that I am doing. This reaffirmation, this affirmation is required so that we chant Adara with respect. If we chant Adarat and Anudinam respectfully, carefully, every day, if we chant, it is wonderful that simply by chanting Hare Krishna, the jaundice goes away. And a natural relish awakens in the tongue. And Mula Hantri, the disease is destroyed at the mool, at the root. Not symptomatic treatment, not Dayquil, Nyquil. Root, at the root, the disease is Tapatrayo Unmulanam. At root, the disease is destroyed. Then there is a natural taste. Now jaundice is gone. Now we can enjoy Ghanshyam Prabhu's Rasmalai and Rasgulla. Now it is very tasty. Otherwise, first we were telling Ghanshyam Prabhu, you have put neem juice or what? In Rasgulla today instead of sugar? No. Now the problem was with us. So therefore we should chant Hare Krishna regularly and carefully. Adarat Anudinam. Srila Prabhupada's purport to this verse. The holy name of Lord Krishna, his quality, pastimes and so forth are all of the nature of absolute truth. Abhinatva Nama Namino. Nama Chintamani Krishna. Beauty, bliss. Naturally they are very sweet like sugar candy which appeals to everyone. Nescence or hepatitis I, ignorance, however, is compared to the disease called jaundice, which is caused by bilious secretions. Attacked by jaundice, the tongue of a diseased person cannot palatably relish sugar candy. Despite this disease, if one with great care and attention takes to Krishna consciousness, chanting the holy names of Krishna and hearing Krishna's transcendental pastimes, his ignorance will be destroyed and his tongue enabled to taste the sweetness of the transcendental nature of Krishna and his paraphernalia, means Krishna's associates, his abode, his activities. Such a recovery of spiritual health is possible only by the regular cultivation of Krishna consciousness. We should not give up. This is the medicine. When patients they get admitted with pneumonia, I start them on IV antibiotics. If the patient says, Doc, yesterday you started antibiotics, come on, nothing is happening. No. I tell them in the beginning, 72 hours of IV antibiotic. Then we will switch you to oral, then you can go home. It takes time for the medicines to take effect. You have got millions of bacteria brewing in your lungs. It takes time for the antibiotics to go and do its job. You have to give it time. How many millions of years we have been non-devotees? Krishna bhulya se jeev anadi bahirmukh ataiva mayatare deha samsatuk. That's why we're suffering. And how many years have we become senior devotees? Bhakti leaders, how many years? 10, 15, 20. What is that compared to millions of years? Anadi. Jaundice for a very long time, give the medicine some time, Baba, to take effect. We have to be patient. Dhairya. Utsaha, Nishchaya, Dhairya. Dhairya is important. And then last verse. Srila Rupa Goswami's next verse number 8. Same Vasanta Tilak meter. Tannama Rupa Charitadi Sukirtananu. Smrityo Kramena Rasana Manasi Niyojya. Tishthan Vraje Tadanuragi Jananugami. Kalam Nayedakhilamit Upadesha Saram. Shri Rupa Manjari, Shri Rupa Goswami Prabhupada is giving us Upadesha Saram. Sare Upadesha ka ye sar hai. The essence, the culmination of all advice. Are we ready?
Hari Bol.
Can we take it in our hearts? Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Rupa Goswami's ultimate advice. Everything is there in this one verse. Tan Nam. Kiska naam? What did the previous verse begin with? Syat Krishna Naam. So that Krishna, from the verse number 7, Syat Krishna Naam. So Tan Naam means Krishna Naam, Krishna Roop, Krishna Charit, Adi. इसका क्या करना है? Not कुकीर्तन, सुकीर्तन, प्रेम से बोलो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत शिवासादि गाय गौर मधुर स्वरे. We have to sing it very nicely, with prem, with love, with sweetness. When I sing at home, sometimes Radha tells me, projection, voice projection. प्यार से, you are calling out to Krishna, not calling out to your enemy. You are not chastising. You are praying. So we have to do Sukirtan. Tannama Rupa Charitadi Sukirtananu. With sweetness, we have to chant Krishna's name, Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's qualities, Adi, etc. Smrityo, we have to remember, Kramena, Rasana Manasi Niyojya. Rasana means tongue. With our tongue, we have to do what? Chant. And with our mind, we have to Smrityo. We have to remember. Krishna Naam, Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's abode. We have to remember. And while doing this, we should Tishthan, where? Stay where? Address? Not coming Alpharetta John's Creek. Where? Vrindavan, Barsana, which is Vrindavan Rajdhani. At least in our mind, Manasi, we should stay in Braj. Even though physically our service demands us to be somewhere else, in our mind we should be in Braj. If we can physically be in Braj, very good. At least for some time, whenever possible, we should go to Braj, spend some time there. And then whatever is our place of service, our karma bhumi, we should stay there. Tishthan, but Manasi Tishthan Braja. Mane Sada Radha Krishna Sevipe. So Tishthan Vraje and staying in Vrindavan, physically or mentally, or both, who should we stay, under whose guidance should we stay? Tad Anurage Jananugami. Very important. We should be under the guidance of our Gurudev, who is a Brajvasi. We should be under the guidance of Srila Prabhupada, who is a Brajvasi. Tad Anurage Jananugami. जो भगवान के अनुरागी जन हैं, उनके अनुगत्य में रहना है. We have to live under the guidance of those who love Krishna. Tishthan Vraje, stay in Vraj, physically or mentally, but under the guidance, not independently. Not independently, always under the guidance of the lovers of Krishna. Tad Anuragi Jananugami. And we should do these things, chanting Krishna's name, remembering Krishna's pastimes, staying in Vraj under the guidance of a Rasik Vaishnava, few days in a year. What is Srila Rupa Goswami says? Kalam Naid Akhilam. No, you have to do this all the time. Always stay in Vraj. Always chant Krishna's names. Always try to remember Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's abode, Krishna's associates. It is possible. We have to keep trying. Try. You have to keep trying. Iti Upadesha Saram. Srila Rupa Goswami says, this is the essence of all advice. The essence of all advice is that one should utilize one's full time, Kalam Akhilam. We should utilize our full time 24 hours a day. If there is any doubt, Srila Prabhupada spells it out. 24 hours a day. Month may have differing number of days, sometimes 29, sometimes 28, sometimes 30. Days 24 hours. 24 hours a day in Sukirtan, nicely chanting and remembering Smrityo, Lord Krishna's divine name. Tan Naam, Krishna Naam, Krishna's holy name, Krishna's form, Krishna's qualities, Krishna's pastimes, and Kramena. See, my dear friends, please pay attention. Haribol. Please pay attention. This may be difficult. Don't be overrun. Srila Rupa Goswami is saying Kramena, step by step. If previously you were doing one round, Kramena, now do 2 rounds. Kramena word is used. Means step by step. Srila Rupa Goswami does not expect us to do this overnight. That 24 hours a day we will be engaged in bhajan like Prabhupada. His Holiness Sachinandan Maharaj peeps into Prabhupada's room in Germany. You know that pastime? And Prabhupada is taking rest, and in his sleep also he's chanting Hare Krishna. His Holiness Srila Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, Garima, writes in his book Ocean of Mercy, in the end, Srila Prabhupada is leaving this world, and every few minutes, every few hours, Srila Prabhupada opens his mouth. Srila Bhakti Charu Maharaj's service is to put some Charanamrit. And as he's doing that, Srila Akinchan, Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, Prabhupada's friend, he points out to Srila Bhakti Charu Maharaj, Maharaj, look, your Gurudev. His tongue is moving, tongue is vibrating. Prabhupada was chanting, even in the last few minutes of his life. So this is possible, 24-hour bhajan is possible if we step by step progress. I am doing 2 rounds, I will do 4 rounds. 4 rounds, I will do 8 rounds. 8 rounds, I will do 16 rounds, like that. Then I will do more. I will take up services, I will do Gayatri, given by my Gurudev. I will read Prabhupada's books, I will hear lectures. Kramena. Kramena means step by step we have to increase, not decrease. We have to evaluate ourselves, not compare with others. Evaluate ourselves. How much was I doing previously? Slowly we have to increase the quality and quantity of our bhajan. Kramena word is used, very important. Gradually we have to engage our tongue and mind. In this way, one should reside in Braj, Goro Vrindavan Dham, and serve Krishna under the guidance of Anuragi devotees, loving devotees. One should follow in the footsteps of Lord's beloved devotees, Anuragi Jananugami, who are deeply attached to his devotional service. This is the essence of all advice. What are the components of the essence of all advice? Raise your hands. Huh? Chanting Krishna's names, chanting Krishna's pastimes, remembering Smrityo. How many minutes a day?
24 hours.
24 hours a day. Okay, and where should I live?
Vrindavan.
Vraj. But physically not possible, Prabhu. I have a house. I have
By
mortgage
the
to pay.
mind.
Mentally, at least we should be in Vraj. Okay, in Vrindavan, I will start my own ashram.
No.
I will start my followers. Come on. No?
The guidance of the Guru Maharaj.
I have to be under the guidance of Gurudev. This is important. This is the essence of all advice. But this is too much, Prabhu. I cannot do so much. It's too much of 24 hours a day. Heck, not possible.
Kramena.
Step by step. No problem. Step by step you increase. Where you are, you go up. Go up. You have to climb a mountain. Do we jump to the top?
No.
Summit? No, we go step by step. Arab, step by step we go. Experience. Step by step we go. Kramena, slowly. We have to reach the top. Slowly. Slow and steady wins the race. So we have to keep going. That is the essence of our advice. Let's finish by reciting this one verse again. This is the take-home message, essence of all advice. Tannama rupa charita di sukirtananu.
Tannama rupa charita di sukirtananu.
Smrityo kramena rasana manasi niyojya.
Smrityo kramena rasana manasi niyojya.
Tishtan vrajetananuragi jananugami.
Tishtan vrajetananuragi jananugami.
Kalam nayedakhilamit upadesha saram.
Karam nayeda kilamit upadesha saram.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
This essence of advice, please let's carry it in our heart. We have to always stay in Vraj 24 hours a day. Try our best gradually, Kramena, to engage our tongue and mind in chanting Krishna's names, Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's glories, Krishna's associates, Krishna's abode, and thinking of Krishna and Krishna's pastimes. And always we have to live our life under the guidance of Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, who are very intimate, loving devotees of Krishna. This is the essence of all advice.
Yeah.
Okay? So this is how we control our speech, by engaging it in chanting about Krishna, glorifying Krishna. I will conclude by telling one small story.
Haribo.
You missed the Chaitanya Charitamrita.
I know, yes. It is there actually.
No.
Prem Vivar.
We have the set.
We have sets of Chaitanya Charitamrita. So I will tell you one example of how speech has to be controlled. Are you ready?
Haribo.
In Mahabharata, in the Kurukshetra war, there is a episode where Dronacharya, the military guru of the Pandavas, he was under pressure from Duryodhan to finish off the Pandava army. And under pressure, being pressurized again and again by Duryodhana, Dronacharya started using Divyastra, celestial weapons on foot soldiers, which is against the codes of war. You can only shoot normal arrows. You cannot use Divyastra on the poor foot soldiers. But to annihilate the army of the Pandavas, Dronacharya started using Divyastra on ordinary soldiers. And he was just routing the army of the Pandavas, killing them by the thousands, literally like ants. And Krishna said, it is time to finish Dronacharya. He told Arjuna. Arjuna said, Krishna, even if I fight my best, I am no match. He is my guru. First of all, I have a soft corner for him. Second of all, yes, he has taught me everything, but he is too good. Dronacharya, he is a disciple of Parshuram. I cannot fight with him. I cannot defeat him. I can fight, but I cannot defeat him. Krishna says, there is one way. You can defeat him. How? Let's ask him. Let's ask Dronacharya. So at the end of that day's war, they go. Krishna takes Arjuna to Dronacharya and tells Arjuna, Arjuna, you ask your guru how he can be defeated. He will tell you. So Arjuna asks Dronacharya, Gurudev, I want to defeat you. I am supposed to defeat you. How do I defeat you? You only tell me. Dronacharya says, it is not possible for you to defeat me, but I know who has sent you here. Your Parthasarathi Keshav, he knows the answer to everything. And because he is your friend and because he is on your rath, I will tell you the way that I can be defeated. Arjun, I am a criminal. This is Mahabharata. Dronacharya says, Arjun, I am a criminal. I love you. You are my pet student. I tried my best to make you the best archer in the whole world, but I committed one sin. I knew from the beginning my son Ashwathama is not qualified for Dhanurvidya. He has a wicked heart. But I still taught him. I would shoot an arrow into the river and tell you Pandava and Kaurava brothers, go and fetch that arrow quickly, swim, get it. And when all of you would go, I would instruct Ashwathama secretly. I have done this sin. I have taught him even Brahmastra. I have one weakness, Arjuna. If someone comes, Dronacharya is saying, if someone comes and tells me that my son is dead, if I come to know my son has died, Arjuna, I will not be able to fight. I will lose my vigor in fighting. That is the only way you can bring me down. There is no other way. Arjuna comes and informs Krishna. Krishna says, let me talk to Bhim. Krishna gives an idea to Bhim. Next day, Bhim, Brikodar with his gada, he kills an elephant whose name was Ashwathama. And then Krishna says, now dance. Do kirtan, sukirtan. Ashwathama hataha. Bhim is dancing. And Krishna says, why are you dancing here? Go in front of Dronacharya's rath and dance. Tishtan Dronacharya rath. Go and stand in front of his rath and dance. So Bhim goes in front of Dronacharya's rath and starts dancing. Ashwathama hataha. Dronacharya says, I am not sure if I can believe you completely. But there is one person who never lies. And that is my beloved disciple, Yudhishthira Maharaj. And Dronacharya tells his Sarathi, take the rath to the rath of Yudhishthira. Krishna says, I also have to take my rath to the rath of Yudhishthira before Dronacharya reaches. Krishna goes there and he tells Yudhishthira, Gurudev is coming. And he will ask you whether his son Ashwathama has been killed or not. Yudhishthira, what will you answer? I will tell him the elephant has been killed. Your son is still alive, hale and hearty. Krishna says, no. The only way to win this war is to bring down the commander of that army, who currently is Dronacharya. And the only way to bring him down is to break his morale by telling him that his son is dead. And he will believe only you. He probably will not believe even me. So please tell him that your son Ashwathama has been killed by Bhim. Just then Dronacharya comes and he asks, Yudhishthira, you have never spoken a lie in your life. You are the son of Dharmaraj. Dharmaraj Sud, please tell me. Has my son Ashwathama been killed today in the war by Bhim, your brother? Yudhishthir looks at Krishna. Krishna says, go ahead. Satyam Anudrega Karam Vakyam. Talking about Anudrega Karam Vakyam. He just spoke few days ago. Anudrega Karam Vakyam. Satyam Priya Hitam. But what Krishna speaks is Ved Vakya. Dharmam to Shakshat. What Krishna says, that is Dharma. What Krishna says, do, that is Dharma Palan. He says, speak the lie. There is no other way. Yudhishthira is hesitating. Imagine in his entire life, he has never spoken a lie. How many here, even small kids, can raise their hands and say, I have never spoken a lie in my life? If you do, that would be the lie. Yudhishthira Maharaj had never spoken a lie in his life. And Krishna is telling him to speak not a white lie. Did you finish your homework? Or did you browse on the internet? No, not a white lie. Well, these are not white lies, but not a small lie. This lie is going to be the cause of the death of the Guru. Such a big lie Krishna is telling Yudhishthira to speak. Say, Ashwathama Hata. Yudhishthira looks into the eyes of his Gurudev, Dronacharya, and says, Ashwathama Hata Narova Kunjaro. But Ashwathama has been killed, but whether the human Ashwathama or the Kunjar, the elephant Ashwathama, that is a different question. But when Yudhishthira said Narova Kunjarova, Krishna took out his Shankha, Panchajanya, he blew it, so all Dronacharya heard was Ashwathama Hata. Narova Kunjarova, he did not hear. He put down his bow and arrow. Hare Krishna. Drishtadyumna came and did the deed. The point here is, Yudhishthira Maharaj spoke what he spoke, and because he had never spoken a lie in his life, when he did this, what happened to his wrath? Yudhishthira Maharaj was so pure, he had never spoken a lie, his wrath never touched the earth. He did not need suspensions. It used to float in the air. He was so pure. It never touched the ground. But as soon as this episode happened, Yudhishthira's wrath fell on the ground. Does that sound palatable to you?
No.
You obey Krishna and your wrath goes down?
No.
Our acharyas give the explanation why Yudhishthira's wrath fell down after this incident. It was not because he apparently lied. It was because he hesitated to obey Krishna. Because Krishna had to blow the Shankha to cover up his speech, the power of his speech. He fell down. He should have enthusiastic like Bhim, he should have said, yes, your son Ashwathama has died. Bhim has killed him. That would have pleased Krishna. And if Krishna is happy, everyone. Yasmin Tushte, Jagat Tushte. Samsiddhir, Haritoshanam. That is the Siddhanta. Our speech should please Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So let's give a big round of applause for Adigadhar. So we have our Sunday sponsor. We have disciples of Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. They are sponsoring the feast today because their Guru Maharaj passed away, I think a couple of months ago. So they'll do the sponsors for 1 year. They already have done a couple of them. Today also they're sponsoring. So I'd like to call Govinda Shyam Prabhu. If you're here, please come forward to do the arati. And then also Prerana Vyas Mataji, if you're here, you can also come and do the arati. Uttama Radhika Mataji, if you're here, you can also come do the arati. Geeta Mataji, if you're here, please come and do the arati.
And then we have Indra and Jukti for mini arati only.